The competition is coming, right? Should Tesla be looking over their shoulder about the so-called competition? Hello and welcome back to another video with me, Adam Well Informed. Today we're going to be talking about the 2023 Tesla Model 3 and to some extent the 2023 Tesla Model Y and how it's poised to face stiff competition. The Tesla Model 3 and Model Y are some of the most popular electric cars on the market today, and believe it or not, the Tesla Model Y was actually one of the best-selling cars of 2022, and that's not just electric, I mean of the whole entire car market. Tesla has shipped a hell of a lot of cars, considering that these are still expensive cars, especially against similar petrol and diesel power cars. Well, if you've had your head buried in the sand in 2023, and I don't recommend doing so if you haven't already, these cars are now cheaper to buy than their petrol-powered counterparts. And I'm talking specifically about the likes of the Audi A4, BMW 3 Series, and even the Mercedes C-Class. For most in 2023, that might be news to you. A fully electric car with a big expensive battery, profitably produced and sold cheaper than the much-loved petrol-powered German-produced alternatives. This is all without any government grants and subsidies that you may be able to claim on top of that list price. So what does this all mean? Alarm bells must be ringing. These aren't Tesla's competitors, right? I should be talking about the EV alternatives like the Hyundai Ioniq 5 and the new Hyundai Ioniq 6 and the BMW i4 and the Polestar 2 to name a few choices. Getting straight to the point, I'll be talking about both the petrol-powered alternatives and the EV alternatives Tesla faces and who its true competition is and how that affects Tesla's future offering. Enough of the intro. I'd appreciate if you could just drop me a cheeky like, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the notification bell. And let's just jump into the video, folks. In 2023, Tesla's competition hasn't changed in over 15 years since the Tesla Roadster was introduced in 2008. To advance the transition to sustainable energy, as per Tesla's mission statements, they must sell every Tesla EV they can possibly produce. That's an uphill battle where 99% of drivers on the road today will have driven a petrol or gas-powered car and have probably never stepped away from that. Which begs the question, how will Tesla sell as many EVs as they can produce when the consumer has never even considered an EV? Who are they going to target here? Just EV car owners? Or petrol and gas car owners too? Have you worked it out yet? The answer is in the mission statement. How does Tesla achieve the advancement to a sustainable energy future? It has to sell Tesla electric cars to consumers who only know about driving petrol and diesel cars. So how does Tesla sell electric cars to consumers that have no idea what they want or need an electric car for? It simply has to blow the competition out of the water in every single metric possible and continuously make that Tesla EV even better wherever possible, whether that be hardware advancements or even bringing in new features via software updates. It's a ruthless, leaving no stone unturned approach in its attempt to become the undisputed choice of personal transportation over the current norm. That's driving a petrol or diesel powered car. This is because if Tesla just sold cars to EV drivers, that is a niche market just there, and the lion's share of the market will continue to buy their petrol and diesel powered cars, which would go against the mission statement of advancing the transition to a sustainable energy future. This brings beautifully to the next chapter. In 2023, is Tesla a match against petrol powered competition, and where is there room for improvement? The 2023 Tesla Model 3 and the 2023 Tesla Model Y have consistently evolved since their inception because rivals like the BMW 3 Series and the Audi A4 have had the upper hand on some of the metrics like vehicle range, convenience features like heated steering wheels, and finally, just being cheaper to buy. Thanks to Tesla's consistent evolutionary vision, all these metrics have either been eradicated or reduced in its pursuit to become the all-round better vehicle to buy and own. Features that were once too costly to be incorporated are now not only available, they come as standard on the vehicle at no additional cost. In fact, the cost has rapidly reduced so much that the old argument that Teslas are just too expensive to buy does not stick in 2023. If you're in the market to buy a new car, do you buy the car that costs you around £200 to cover around 16,000 miles? Or do you buy the car that costs you around £3,000 to do the same mileage? Do you have the car that has the highest safety ratings ever awarded by safety regulators, or the car that does reasonably well? In 2023, do you buy the car that's more expensive than the other, but fails to offer you consistent software updates to get an even more refined experience over the term of ownership? If it's not obvious yet, Tesla is well positioned in 2023 to be a match and more for any consumers looking to buy a new car. The EV innovation led by Tesla continues to evolve, and the product will continue to take leaps and strides above and over the fuel-powered alternatives. That technology has arguably stagnated on the engine front. But Adam, not everyone wants to buy a Tesla, meaning some buyers will go ahead and buy an electric car from a legacy fossil fuel brand. That I actually completely agree with. I'm a realist. I know everyone will not want a Tesla, and they may buy an alternative from one of these legacy brands. However, I would not mistake that as a loss to Tesla, because when that consumer makes that choice to buy a legacy EV, ultimately it's still at an expense of a fossil fuel car. Tesla can't produce enough cars to meet the entire world's EV demand. Therefore, if other brands are taking the advantage of these EV sales, in Tesla's eyes, this is still compliant with Tesla's mission to advance the transition to a sustainable energy future. But is the legacy lineup a match against its own existing petrol and diesel lineup? We must remember that these companies can and do sell more petrol and diesel powered cars than their EV lineup. By producing their own EVs at scale, ultimately, they risk cannibalizing sales of their own fossil fuel powered lineup. Which brings me beautifully again to my next point of if these EVs are competition to Tesla today and in the future. Getting straight to the point, in today's lineup, they do not stack up against Tesla Model 3 and Tesla Model Y. And I know that sounds a bit fanboyish, but you only have to look up the efficiency stats on the EPA Gov website to see that there is a distinctive difference to what Tesla has to offer when it comes to MPGe or efficiency. Take this 2023 Tesla Model Y and let's compare that to the Audi e-tron and against the Audi petrol-powered SUV. Both EVs fare better than a fossil fuel-powered car, but one is more efficient than the other, meaning it costs less per mile to operate, and that same EV is far cheaper to buy, all because it doesn't need to incorporate a bigger battery pack to compensate for the lack of efficiency. There are some legacy automotives that are now starting to stretch its EV capabilities, like Hyundai. They are bringing the new Ioniq 6 as an alternative to the Tesla Model 3, and it's uniquely decided to incorporate a long-range battery pack with a single motor on the rear to obtain some incredible efficiency and range as a result. An offering I expect will catch the eyes of anyone truly intrigued about what it has to offer. So whilst it's pushing the boat on efficiency and it fares well on the charging front, it still isn't a complete match for Tesla on range, price and software capabilities. And I'm not shooting down the Ioniq 6 here. I'm well and truly grateful for Hyundai for trying to flex its capabilities, and I look forward to what they bring to the table next. Will they be able to beat Tesla in a wide range of metrics in the time to come? Time will only tell, but I think many forget how early Tesla has been the EV game for and how much they have changed and improved over that time. Their ability to redefine what is needed and to deliver a better offering is currently unrivaled. No one is moving as quick as Tesla on EVs as Tesla. But admittedly, when the market switches from predominantly fossil fuel powered cars to fully battery electric cars, Tesla will only then directly compete against other EVs. But will this hurt Tesla? With Tesla still aiming to sell every Tesla it produces, it will not only have more experience than others in the fully electric market, meaning it could still have a superior product and be able to produce it at such volume that whilst others may produce a similar spec car, it may not be able to compete directly on price with Tesla. Obviously, as we look to the future, we have no idea what will play out. However, when it comes to Tesla's competition, in my eyes at least, its competition currently runs on dinosaur juice, and it's an inferior product for many. What a Tesla has to offer will continue to grow, and it will become less expensive to own and operate in the years to come. I just don't see other legacy competitors trying to compete with Tesla. Their competition will be about being the best of the rest approach as they wind down their combustion car production. That's my take on it, at least. However, I'm super interested in what you have to say on the matter. Do you disagree or do you agree with me on who is Tesla's competition in 2023? If you want to let me know you got this far in the video, you can simply drop me the phrase beating Tesla and I'll give you a cheeky thumbs up for the support. Anyway, that's it from me this week. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video, share it with your friends and family, and thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.